Hey, look who it is!
Hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Peter Griffin may be the Family Guy, but there are plenty of other things this hit comedy show has going on to keep it afloat. For instance, epic celebrity cameos. From Marvel superheroes to Twilight vampires, this show has captured the voices of some of Hollywood's hilarious and hottest A-listers. Number 1. He voiced an iconic character.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
Johnny Depp is known for an array of pop culture roles. Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, Corpse Bride, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Alice in Wonderland.
I was rather good at it, was I not?
The list goes on and on. But one of his roles really caught the attention of Family Guy's creators. Edward Scissorhands in the 1990 film Edward Scissorhands. In the 2012 episode, Lois Comes Out of Her Shell, an animated version of the iconic character Edward Scissorhands is featured as a babysitter during Lois's midlife crisis. Creators were actually able to get Depp in to voice the cameo.
Your precious little baby will be smiling as bright as the sun.
His ability to nail creepy characters even shines through in his animated roles. Number 2. Blink and you'll miss her. Ariana Grande really said thank you next during her cameo in Family Guy. In the middle of Peter's mom's, Thelma Griffin's, passing, a close affair between Peter and Evelyn, and Stewie's existential crisis, Family Guy creators were able to sneak in Ariana Grande's voice into the 2014 episode Mom's the World. She was credited as the Italian girl, and was basically just a disembodied voice outside of Stewie's window that he claims were the Italian neighbors fighting.
Dad, can I have $5 for lunch tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
So while we didn't get to put a face to her character, her voice was still very recognizable. Let's hear it one last time for the pop star. Number 3. His role in the show was low-key. You may know him as the vengeful Loki in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but in the midst of his supervillain/superhero days/antihero,
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
he also made a cameo in the 2013 Family Guy episode No Country Club for Old Men. Peter just really needed to vent to someone over getting his father-in-law kicked out of his country club. So he heads to the basement and talks to the statue of his ancestor voiced by Tom Hiddleston.
Did you kill the painting?
This place is a nut house.
After paying a visit to the painting in the attic, of course.
Did you kill the others?
I'm gonna go talk to the statue in the basement.
Who better else to play Peter Griffin's long-lost relative but Hiddleston? There's just something about a person, or sculpture, with a perfected English accent giving you advice, or telling you to destroy an ancient painting. Number 4. Before he was even Iron Man. Hiddleston isn't the only one who made his way over from the Marvel franchise to lend their voice to a Family Guy character.
That was the plan.
Not a great plan.
However, Robert Downey Jr. was asked to be on the series even before he claimed the iconic role of Iron Man. In the 2005 episode, The Fat Guy Strangler, we meet Patrick Peterschmidt, Lois's estranged brother who has been in a mental hospital. You guessed it, Patrick's voice is the one and only Downey Jr.
Oh my God, Lois! I never thought I'd see you again.
While Patrick did make reappearances in the show following the episode, his voice was later played by Family Guy producer Danny Smith instead. It would have probably been a bit hard for Downey to balance a reoccurring role in the series given how much he's released in the last decade. Number 5. He makes multiple appearances. Does it still count as a cameo if an actor was in multiple episodes? Canada's sweetheart Ryan Reynolds was clearly the perfect choice for an appearance on Family Guy. His quick and witty comedy paired amazingly with the series' humor. So much so, they called him back. He played the first son of God in the episode Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
I also turned this fish into poo!
Ah.
And in the episode Stewie Goes for a Drive himself, the Family Guy creators actually animated Reynolds and he voiced himself.
Are you Ryan Reynolds?
From The Proposal and The Change-Up and a ton of upcoming stuff? Yeah, that's me.
Number 6. From little girl to vampire.
I know.
Before she was going around biting people's heads off and burning their insides with just one look, Dakota Fanning had a role in Family Guy before her Vulture days in the Twilight franchise. Fanning was well known in Hollywood as a child star in hit films like Lilo and Stitch, Coraline, and even some big live actions. So it's no surprise she was able to land a voicing job in the 2000 episode To Love and Die in Dixie. She voiced the character Little Girl in a season 3 episode.
My daughter would absolutely love you.
Number 7. Her pitch was just that perfect.
Sorry, I don't even sing, but it was really nice to meet you guys.
Who would have thought that both Dakota Fanning and Anna Kendrick would be featured in both Twilight and Family Guy? What are the odds? After her success with Twilight, Kendrick not only landed the Pitch Perfect franchise, but she had her dreams come true when landing a voice on Family Guy.
Officer Swanson, I just wanted to say congratulations.
The character Nora is a female police officer featured in the episode Internal Affairs, who we find out is having an affair with Joe.
You know how they say never meet your heroes? Well, they don't say anything about kissing them.
Number 8. A cameo or star of the episode.
The thing about dolphin lullabies is that they're all in the key of E!
Ricky Gervais is a legend in the comedy world, and if your adult comedy series gets a cameo from him, you know you made it. And of course, we all know Family Guy made it. With how hilarious he is, they couldn't just have Gervais's role be a small cameo. Instead, he was pretty prominent in the episode Be Careful What You Fish For. Gervais voices the dolphin Billy Finn that comes to collect a favor from Peter after helping him find his lost hood ornament.
Hey, if there's ever anything I could do for you.
You could eat only dolphin-safe tuna.
But Billy soon realizes things on land aren't all that special.
Gotta go and drain the eel. It's electric.
Number 9. From Buddy the Elf to Peter's Knight and Shining Armor.
The path to knighthood is paved with strength and nobility.
Maybe it was a bit premature to say that Ricky Gervais is the funniest cameo ever featured on Family Guy, because none other than Will Ferrell himself was also a guest star in an episode. The A-lister has been in hilarious films like Step Brothers, Elf, Daddy's Home, and so much more.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
But his role as the Black Knight, not to be mistaken for the Dark Knight, in the season 3 episode Mr. Saturday Night, is what put him in the running for Best Cameo.
If I see you again, I'll kill you.
Okay, that's much clearer.
Number 10. No werewolf professor in sight for this role. You know him best for his role as Professor Lupin and Harry's confidant in the Harry Potter franchise.
Eat. You'll feel better.
But for the hardcore Family Guy fans, you probably know him as another version of Stewie's father. In the episode Chap Stewie, Stewie takes a trip in a time machine in order to be reborn into a new family that's British.
Welcome to the world, baby chap.
I'm British? All right.
Thewlis plays this new father and was credited as British father. With over 20 seasons of episodes to look through, picking a favorite cameo is definitely a challenge. What's your favorite Family Guy cameo? Were any of these guest cameos a surprise to you? Are there any other cameos you can think of or picked up while watching the show? Make sure to let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video, it would be super cool if you could give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so we can keep giving you the Things Animated content. Thanks for watching!